Hey guys, here we go again. It's another week. Let's just jump right into our melodrama that we've been following here that they keep pawning off to us as reality. I'm talking about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 3, episode 5. Now, when we left off last time, Grandma Carly was getting the shit twirled out of her by this little piece of Young Jocks, the girl who was actually showing them the house and everything. And Carly, for some reason, her Geritol had kicked in and told her that she was going to be able to do something with this girl, but that girl wasn't having it. That girl, they tussled a little bit, and it was so funny. I had to laugh because at one point you seeing the people getting in the middle, and then Carly literally had her back to the child like she was trying to run away from her because the girl was ready to fuck her up real good. So they calmed it down fairly quickly. Jock actually admitted to sleeping with the girl, which was crazy. Then they had this whole big thing where Carly ended up taking the car and Jock ended up riding back into town with the other girl. It all just made Carly look just like she is. Stupid as fuck. To be going along with this child and going through these foolish acts. But whatever, that's Carly Red. She's a fucking non-factor. She's an idiot. So it was what it was. But like I said, they cleared it up really quickly. Then we go right in and we see Bambi, and I don't know, she's just like buying into this whole Scrappy thing. And like she's okay with the fact that Scrappy still would like to have a baby with her. You know, him and his mother's all down with her having a baby by him. But he's still telling her, I'm not in love with you and this kind of thing. And I'm just looking at her like, this is not the Bambi I know. This is not the Bambi that I saw on Basketball Wives. I don't know what her deal is, but whatever. Again, Mona, you have to write Bambi in like she was originally. You can't take and just strip her and make her somebody else now. Come on now, girl. You know the rules are right now. You can't change your characters midway like that, girl. Kill them off. Don't rewrite them. But anyway, so that's not the Bambi I know, but she's just being really, really goofy. I don't get it. But anyway, so the next thing we see is that motherfucking Joseline and Tammy. Gold digging Tammy and Joseline. Now, they basically were like kind of bonding because Jocelyn is okay with Deb. So the two of them were kind of hanging out and doing some shopping or whatever. And Jocelyn's so fucking stupid. She was making jokes about the fact that she didn't go to high school. She didn't know. She's like a century, right? Isn't that like half a century is like 50, right? I think, dumb bitch. You know, just stupid. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, this is crazy. So very early on, you can see that Tammy was starting to see Jocelyn is like a lot of people. She's very competitive and she's very shady. And it's kind of a thing where when it comes to females, I don't think Jocelyn could actually turn it off. She's toxic when it comes to a friendship. They showed the second time that they hung out. Tammy's, she has some background in styling, so she's helping Jocelyn, which Jocelyn asked her to be there, and she's like throwing jabs at her. She's being very competitive and being rude and just really just nasty, really. And after a minute, Tammy was like, "Okay, bitch, enough." You know what I mean? Enough. Trying to give her advice about getting her ring and all this. I already told y'all Tammy is a gold digging bitch. Tammy don't need no one to help her about getting her damn ring. Trust and believe. Then she was reading her about letting Deb plan her wedding. I'm like, okay, now you don't even want bulldagging ass Debbie after you, Jocelyn. You better shut up, honey. You better hush. So that was a mess. But Tammy got to see her, and I said, well, maybe Tammy's smart enough to know maybe that's not the whore you want to make friends with because she really not. That's a very toxic situation. Next, we run into Carly and Jock. Well, Carly was actually out with Erica and Rashida. And she was just talking about how she really, she loved Jock and she just couldn't turn him loose. He ends up showing up. No. He shows up and they end up making up. She's over there. They sat a little bit away from them. They go to, she's crying and carrying on. There's nothing worse than a geriatric whore sitting around crying and didn't bring her cane out. It's just ridiculous. And she's over there, she's crying. He's like, "Oh, don't cry, Grandma," and all that bullshit. It's just ridiculous. So then they're going back, "Oh, we're going to do it again. We're going to try this again." Okay, so I'm about tired of them. I'm getting a little tired of them. Jock, you're going to need to start watching now because you're getting to a point where now the state's going to start watching you, baby, because you do realize that elder abuse is a crime, honey. Now, you can't keep cheating on her and getting her all hyped up now. You're going to fuck up her blood pressure now. So don't find yourself in jail fucking with Grandma Carly. Anyway, moving on. Mimi, Tammy, and Rashida meet up for a little tea dishing session. So now Rashida and Mimi have now put Tammy down with all the tea on Jocelyn and Stevie J. And Tammy was saying, "Yeah, I was out with that bitch. That bitch was being real shady to me." And they gave her all the tea. So now Tammy got an extra step in the door to deal with Jocelyn. And I thought that was cool because she really needed that. Jocelyn was really pretty bad to her. It wasn't cool at all. Yeah, I can't stand people like that. So they gave her a little edge up on Jocelyn. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm sure something will come up later on about that bullshit. Let's see. Moving on. Next, who do we see? Dawn and Mimi actually went to see No Neck Ass Benzino to tell him all about this information that he didn't put in Hip Hop Weekly about Jocelyn and the wedding and Stevie and all that. And they're telling him, these are lies. You published all these lies. They threatened him to get it, straighten it all out, or they were going to go public with it. And, Mimi's like, and Benzino, World Star Hip Hop are loving me right now. So they threatened his ass. He ended up, meeting with Jocelyn and Stevie, and they were just ridiculous, telling him, no, we wouldn't lie, we wouldn't put you out there like that. Yeah, they did put him out there like that. Got him all fucked up. And, you know how they are. They're ridiculous. They don't care. Now, them two, they're Bonnie and Clyde because they don't give a fuck about each other or anyone else. So they dealt with all that. Jocelyn, she was talking all smart to Benzino. She really need to calm down. She's simple. She really is simple. She needs to slow her motherfucking mouth down some. She really is filling her motherfucking pussy a little bit too much for me. I'm like, now, Miss Jocelyn, you 2 days off the pole. Chill out. And then you really ain't any days off the pole, girl, because ain't no paperwork behind your marriage. And everything else is all rented and shit, looks like. So you need to chill out. So anyway, moving on. The next crazy situation that needs to fix itself is we see Rashida and Kalina. And I called her Kalia last week. Sorry, guys. Her name is Kalina, the girl from Diddy Dirty Money. Well, she is about a troublemaker motherfucker who is that ride or die bitch that you want when you're going to go start some shit. She is that girl, okay? They went down to Jasmine's job to see her at work. That's the little girl that was supposed to be trying to be the nanny for Rashida's baby. They went to see the bitch to figure out was she fucking Kirk or not. And the little girl was real gracious. And she's like, no. She never lost her temper. Pardon me, guys. She never lost her temper or anything like that. She answered their questions and she just kept it moving. You know what I mean? She's like, I ain't trying to get into it with these two whores. I'm just answering questions and keep it moving. Though, Rashida, you could tell Rashida, neither one of them really believed her. They really didn't. They just listened to her and was like, yeah, all right, bitch. And they went on. And her hair still hadn't been flat ironed properly. Somebody did do it a little better than it was last time. But, that doing it yourself, dude. You go to the salon when it's time to film and go ahead and get it so they can get the roots of things. You're gonna get the root, honey, because you're not getting the roots, girl. So anyway, then next we see old Erica P and Scrappy. He's back over her house again, trying to make friends with her, and he's always telling, like she's his therapist and her good friend. She ain't interested in none of that shit. Erica P wants to screw. Period. She wants Scrappy for her man, and that's it. She wants to screw, and he's trying to ignore her, but and I'm sure he does screw her too. Pardon me, guys. She just ignores that he doesn't want her. She wants what she wants, and that's it. And I'm sure if she keeps going at Scrappy, she'll get it. Because his little fat ass, he's ridiculous. He done ran out of folks to really do with. He's ridiculous. Looking like a fucking refrigerator. But anyway. So that was that. Then we go and we see Benzino, Stevie, and Jocelyn again. And he questions them, and like I said, they were given very much of no. And the part that I forgot to say here is why was Stevie trying to read? Stevie called, it tickled me, but Stevie called Mimi and Dawn, Rose and Blanche from the Golden Girls, said them old broads and old hags. He was letting them have it. Stevie, did you forget you were their age too? I think you forgot. Old limp nut. Go somewhere and sit down. Always trying to read. He is ridiculous. And again, Stevie's crazy. And the way they allow him to carry on, he's a fucking old ass man. You're not young and fresh, Stevie, motherfucker. You're running around like you some fresh dick on the block. You are not. You are just as old and used up as they are. Ridiculous. And telling lies. You're too fucking old to be lying about your living arrangements and shit. That's what's really ridiculous. But anyway, you're too fucking old to be living from paycheck to paycheck, because that's what I see. He talk a whole lot of shit, but what I see is a motherfucker living from paycheck to paycheck, whenever those paychecks are. Boom. Anyway, moving on. Last big thing. I said, we must be getting to our cliffhanger here. They cliffhang us every week. Scrappy's 30th birthday party. Mama D's in there talking her crazy shit about the castle and all that bullshit. She calls Bambi up to feed Scrappy some cake and shit and all this. So they just the best girlfriends now. That Erica P shows up. Mama D gets it started. Girl, who's that? Bambi didn't know and everything. So she ends up coming over and saying, hey, whatever. And Erica P jumps right in. Oh, girl, yeah, I'm so sorry to hear about what had went on. Bambi's like, what went on with what, honey? Oh, with the baby and everything. Well, Bambi went the fuck off. And then that's when the old Bambi, the Bambi that I know from Basketball Wives and shit, that's when the Bambi showed up. When she never, ever, she handled this the way this shit's supposed to be handled. She never even faced that goddamn Erica P. She went right to Scrappy. Why are you telling this bitch my business? Who the fuck is she that she's so important that you're telling her my business? She went to say something, baby, and when I knew anything, Miss Erica got a little cute. Bambi never said a word, just bam! Cold cocked the bitch. I loved it. Because see, that's how you handle shit. I'm not standing here arguing with your girlfriend. My words are with you. Pardon me. She did just what she was supposed to do. When y'all go out there, you girls, and you're having these altercations and these men are involved, the argument ain't with you and that girl. That girl don't know you. And if that bitch ain't really being out of order, you would say that to that hoe. Your argument's with Scrappy. Soon as Miss Erica got cute, baby, she got cold cocked. That's exactly what was supposed to happen. I said, now that's how the Bambi that I knew from Basketball Wives got down. So that was basically it. They escorted that bitch on out of the club, and Bambi kept right on partying because she used to that type of shit. That's the type of shit she's used to. She an old roller. I don't know what kind of script Mona had written for Bambi, but I'm glad to see you got her back on track. So that's that. And they were happy, and they basically just moved on. I said, well, that worked for me. So that's that. That is it. That's what went down for season 3, episode 5 of this little drama that we've been watching for the last 5 weeks. And right there, I'm going to wrap this on up. And I'll catch up with you guys next week. There's some more bullshit that's going to go on next week. There's some real live bullshit that's going to go on. I'm probably have to tear Mama D up, looks like, for next week. But we'll see. I'll see you guys later. You can thumbs up the video or thumbs down. You know how that works. Leave comments. You know I love talking to you guys and see what you guys have to say. See if there's anything I missed or something that you can make me change my mind about. All right, guys. Love you guys. Catch you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.